I was afraid to get out in the top with crypto back in December.
Yeah.
I was holding on, and I didn't really take as much profit as I should have, and I'm really kicking myself in the ass right now.
But you took profit?
I did. I took some, but man, I mean, my portfolio was up a lot.
Yeah. People lost everything.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I'm probably neutral or up a little bit.
Good.
And even if I lose it all, it's not.
Let me give you a valuable lesson about volatile markets. First of all, there's a general rule: if it's too good to be true, it is. This universe has been around a long time. This economy been around a long time. Just like gambling, they know the sucker play. So what did I do? Because I've seen this now, right? I'm 20 years older than most of you, a little bit more than some. I said, I recognize this. Reminds me of the stock market. Reminds me of the housing market. This reminds me of, and I mentioned this to the boys, in the 80s, they had a system called barter, and you got barter points. It was the exact same thing, we just didn't have digital technology, right? And the governments didn't seem to like things that it wasn't able to tax, right? That's how our governments are formed, land, tax. So then I said, who knows more than me? Because I'm now radically humble, and I'm not about to go out there and tell kids, I think crypto's gonna fail, right? I wasn't about to tell them. So I went to Warren Buffett, richest man on earth, in my opinion, most knowledgeable of the markets. And all I had to do was Google Warren Buffett and crypto, and he said, I'm out.
I saw that too.
And I'm out. And I said, man, how many years would it take Dave Meltzer at 50 to be as smart as Warren Buffett? Because I don't do what he does every day, and I haven't done. He's done what, as long as I've been alive, he's been doing what he's done, analyzing this stuff, right? Raising his awareness, elevating his vibration. So let me tell you the one thing I do know, though, about volatile markets, right? Number one, seek advice. How can I be of service? Can you help me, or do you know anyone that can help me? But when you get in, and I've been in big, one thing I wish I always did was when I'm in a volatile market that I'm way up in, take my money out. Take my money out. Never lose.
Seed money, right?
Take my seed money out. Never lose.
Yeah.
When you're that far up, don't be greedy. If it's gonna be as big as what you think while you're staying in January, then take your money out, play with the house's money, right? That's why I buy annuities. I never can lose. My money's guaranteed. I might make 2%, I might make 16%. Cannot lose my money. If I lose my money, everybody's gone, because that means there's no banks. It's guaranteed, as much as the government can guarantee your money. If you want to be a little bit conservative, take your money out and take a portion of your profit out. A reasonable portion. For example, how long were you in crypto till January?
Got in June, so
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Okay, so if it was me now being conservative and I said, okay, 10% of all money I make goes to lottery tickets. I like to have fun. Because if I can afford 100 lottery tickets and one of them wins, it makes more than everything else. I don't give a shit. But with those lottery tickets, when I get in a winning situation, a 6-month victory, right? What percentage up were you from June to January?
At one point, probably 100%.
Okay, double your money.
More. It was
Yeah,
like 4,000 in June,
yeah.
went up to 16,000. So
I got in at
400%.
Yeah,
Okay,
Bitcoin.
yeah, so you're 400% up.
Yeah.
So what I would do in 6 months is say, number one, I'm taking my money out. So there's 100% gone. And then I'll take 10% of the 400, that's 40%, right? On my money, right? 40% of my money. So now I got 260% riding. I took 140% out of what I put in, and I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. I'll go when I'm 80 years old and look and say, oh, it's worth zero. Bah!
Yeah.
Because I'm up 140 in 6 months.
Yeah.
And if every investment I'm up 140 in 6 months, I'm making it should look good to see you. Right? But, and I'm telling you, I bought derivatives one time. I was sure. I was up way more. I bought like, I think 60 contracts. So I owned 60,000 shares of a stock that went from 91 to 212. I jumped on a plane to go to Vancouver. I had an office there when I was with Samsung. And my wife said, sell that fucking thing. I was up at $965,000. She's all, sell that thing. I was like, oh, no, numbers are coming out on Thursday. When I get back, I'll sell it, right? By the time I landed in Vancouver, my stop loss hit. I broke even. Not counting fees, I probably lost a little bit of money. If I just would have taken my own advice, I was your age when that happened, 31, right? I just didn't take my own advice. If it's too good to be true, it is. Check your sources, right? There's plenty of guys out there like Warren Buffett that will tell you what to do. There's a reason that he's a billionaire, right? Who's in his space. He's in that space, right? He's not like a billionaire like Paul Allen from Microsoft and you're wondering what he thinks of crypto. You're talking about Warren Buffett who's in the markets and understands currency, right? He's been trading that shit forever. So he's gonna know, but if you still want to...
He also had the most to lose by crypto becoming...
Well, which should tell you something. If the richest people on earth have the most to lose with it, I won't want to bet against the richest people on earth. If the government has the most to lose against it, I don't like to bet against the government. So there's a ton of different arguments, but even if you want to play, right? Play your tiding, man. Play your 10%. You got 400% winnings. Tell yourself, as soon as I get double up, I'm taking my profit out and taking the tiding, 10, 20, 30, whatever it is, and let the rest, and don't even look at it, because one of the biggest deficiencies in 30-somethings and 20-somethings, at least for me, is all the time I spent worrying about my freaking investments. Like, if I just would have had my own strategy, whether it was real estate, stocks, bonds, whatever, if I just would have taken my profit and let it sit without me ever looking at it, knowing that 50 years and compound interest and luck and whatever, who knows what it would be worth. So I don't invest in anything that takes up my time, because I know one thing, I can make money with my time. So instead of worrying about and spending time on trying to make money and doubling that over here, I've always been good at doubling my money by working. So I might as well just keep doubling the amount of money I make, putting it away in a guaranteed something with 10% in the lottery tickets, so I get my juice, have fun, oh yeah, I bought this, I bought that, and then when you get really valuable with your expertise, people give you stock for your expertise. Right? I'm on the board of advisors of tons of companies. I'm like, I don't want cash. Give me a percentage of your company. Give me 3% of your company. So I got 100 companies at 50 years old, and if one of them pops, right? On average, I own 3% of 100 companies, let's just say. And that's probably a fair assessment. If one of them pops to $1 billion, I own 3% of $1 billion. Let the other 99 fail, or I give them to charity. That's more money than I made. It's more money than most people make. Right? And meanwhile, what's being on the board of advisors? It's helping people, right? I'm basically on your board of advisors today. It's what I love to do. I have a passion and purpose. I just made it profitable.